What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Stylish Grease Monkey. My name is Chris. How are you today? This is a follow-up update on my issues and troubleshooting techniques on my 2011 Harley Davidson Heritage Softail Custom. Here we go. Discovered that these lines are pinched. It looks beat up and old, so that could be the problem. But there's valves inside of it and the seals are inside of it. I'm going to take it out. The stress fracture is right in here. Alright guys, so the last time I updated this video, I was quite confident I found the problem with the cracked regulator housing. However, I purchased that from Harley Davidson, replaced it, and it still does what it does, which is it doesn't start. I hate that. So the problem, real quick, the problem is that the fuel pump would prime and then you would start it. It would start for about maybe half a split second and then dies off. Well, for now that didn't work. Let me go see what the code is again, and then we'll go from there. And sometimes it just dies off. It just doesn't make any sense. And then it throws a code B2119. So I looked at that code, and it says that the fuel pump is overloaded or too much pressure in the fuel pump. That fuel pump was brand new. However, I decided that I was just going to return it because they have a return policy to get a new one, and it arrived today. Check this out, guys. You know, troubleshooting is just a process of elimination, and I think I've triangulated what's going on with this bike. So brand new fuel pump, right? Same company I bought it last time. So I'm going to replace that. However, Sound of Freedom Ospreys, guys. So I'm going to replace that. However, I am not confident that that is the problem, right? If the code throws back in there and it doesn't start, then the next thing that I'm going to do is replace the body control module, because that's what the service manual recommends. Now, alright, so check this out. Took out the body control module to check to make sure that it's not cracked or any water has seeped in here. This is a sensitive part, guys, and there is a warning in here. When you take it off carefully. There's a warning. I'm going to read it to you. So the warning is this: wrong placement of this part can cause engine to quit suddenly. Death or serious injury could occur. Do not change location or rotate. So BCM, base Y axis, and there's a part number. I'm going to take a picture of that, and hopefully if this is what's wrong with it and it needs to be replaced next, then I can just refer that to the dealership, or order it online and then have the dealership kind of flash it with my ECM. We'll see. There are other troubleshooting techniques, obviously, that I have done in the past. Just want to run over them real quick. One is that I decided to trace all the wires to see if there's anything that's being grounded or anything like that. That is good to go. Nothing out of the ordinary. Of course, I've changed the fuel pump, regulator, fuel filter, the lines, everything. I've rebuilt the check valve, rebuilt the fuel lines. I've also cleaned the IAC valves, the map sensor. I've also checked if my crank sensor is faulty, which is not. What I did was I went ahead and used the one that's on my other Harley Davidson. They're the same. And of course that worked on the Harley Davidson that I have here, the Street Glide, and then when I went to use it for my Heritage, it did not work. So that's not the problem. The problem began when this bike was delivered to me. It was in storage. Military stored it for me, and I'm having control of the storage situation. And I have a feeling that the container it was in was left outside in the heat, cold, whatever have you, and it created condensation inside the fuel tank, and a few other sensors, and what's causing the problem right now. So when I discovered it, when it was given to me, I discovered that the fuel lines, the plastic fuel lines inside the fuel tank were all cracked and gone to pieces. A fuel filter, a fuel pump did not work. I double checked that. That's the reason why I replaced all of those. I am still having problems trying to start the bike, and I can't wait to get it started because I need to get it registered and get it all done there and show you what this bike looks like really outside in the street and how it runs. Love the bike. I am very patient. Love what I do. I just want to share it with you so that you know what to do next if you are in this situation. Now, we all have different problems. We all have different solutions to it, but this kind of gives you a little bit of an idea on what to do if you're working on your own bike and you have a starting problem. The body control module is designed to replace a lot of the fuses that used to be on old Harley Davidsons, so it controls many things, including the fuel pump. Okay, the one thing I've noticed though, that there's like a burn mark back here, but the tires are not rubbing on it because of the splash guard. But I noticed that it was off the track and it was leaning on the splash guard like this, so that could probably be the reason why there's like burn marks right there. Interesting. It controls the lights, it controls anything, it communicates with the ECM and things like that. And if it goes bad and water gets in it, which is prevalent on the 2011 Softail, water does get on it. It actually had a recall, but this bike's too old to be taken back to Harley Davidson to get replaced, and they told me they're not going to do that because it's just past its recall time. But if it would have gone bad, it would have gone bad a long time ago. It's just so happened that it's time now that it's going bad. It has approximately about 12,000 miles on the clock. Good bike, never had any issues in the past, and this is the first time. Alright guys, fuel pump put together. You ever wonder how you put this plastic thing right here? Use a little bit of a heat from like a blow dryer or heat gun before you put it in the nozzles, and it should fit right in. And then for extra protection, stainless steel. So I hope you're getting something from these videos. If you're new to my channel, guys, this channel is about man's style, man's lifestyle, and of course my Harley Davidsons and my early Bronco projects. The way you can support me is by subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and then leaving me a like so that the YouTube algorithm plays my video more and hopefully get paid more, right? That's how I'm going to get these bikes running, and I'm going to share those information with you as well as my vlogs. That is all for you today. Aloha. It's alive! Alright, so successfully fixed the 2011 Heritage. It could be today. I did a few things. Of course, the fuel pump I knew was bad because it was doing this short priming, and normally it would have at least a 3-second prime. So I returned that, and the company sent me a new one, which is working obviously now. But I also cleaned all of the ground on the bike, as well as unplugged and plugged in the BCM, which has physical scratches, so I know that it came off its track. So those things could have had something to do with it not starting, but starts now, runs good, put some good fuel in it, and should be good to go for a little while. Anyway, I didn't show you step by step, but there's some troubleshooting techniques that I used from free to cheap to the most expensive, which is the fuel pump, but it was a necessity because I needed to change it anyways, right? That's all for now.